And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Toronto Raptors rolled the dice last season and gambled on acquiring Kawhi Leonard. They knew it could be just a one-year rental, with Leonard able to be a free agent in 2019. But Kevin, after winning the 2019 NBA title, anything else is gravy.
The first title in franchise history, DA. Such a huge moment for the team, city, and the country of Canada. And here's a look at some numbers for Drummond.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
A look at Cleveland's starting group. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. And for the Raptors, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Powell is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Johnson in at the 3. Well, around this time of year, lots of national broadcasted games, Doris. Does that impact the players, you think, in any way?
I certainly think the guys are aware of the nights they're on national television. Some guys relish, Kev, as you know, the opportunity to play on the big stage. So for the regular season, those nights where you know the entire country is watching, that's a big deal.
Now here's Love. And it's off from three-point range. Siakam kicks to VanVleet. That shot off, and Cleveland will come the other way. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And obviously, Doris, last year was a rough one for the Cavs. But if you're searching for bright spots, they did play fairly disciplined basketball.
I think you're right, Greg. When you think of all the new faces, they were only 9th in the league in turnovers, 6th in personal fouls. They didn't give a ton away, but the problem is they couldn't create much on the offensive end.
And it's Drummond missing. Here's the Raptors with the ball. It's a three-point game. To the inside. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, Mr. Siakam can elevate well above the rim. Nicely done.
For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Out left to the wing. Garland dishes to Love. And the dunk by Love.
Oh, guys, Love leaves no doubt with the finish on that one.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Siakam looking around. Rebound, Love.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Osman kicks to Garland. Pass to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Osman. Another shot. Here's Drummond. Toronto grabs the miss.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Love can't hit. Love's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. The drive by Siakam. And that one is off.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Siakam throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. The pass to Sexton. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Passes it to Osman. 6 to shoot over Johnson. Here's Drummond. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Johnson can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Sexton. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Sexton's got 5.
And Colin Sexton is a scorer. Doesn't matter if he's on the interior. This guy is determined to capitalize.
And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Garland. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Drummond. Here's Osman. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Now here's Love. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. And it's Osman missing.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And so it's Cleveland with it. The Raptors getting the bucket. Here's Drummond. And too long on the shot.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now, here's Garland. Covered by Van Vliet. Garland, no good. Powell kicks to Johnson. Takes a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And last season, the first ever NBA Finals for the Toronto Raptors.
What a tremendous run, Greg. Think about it. In the Eastern Conference Finals, they go down 0-2 before winning 4 straight to close out the Bucks. And forget about the city of Toronto. The entire country of Canada was on fire for Raptors basketball. And how do they reward them? NBA championship.
And here is Garland. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Powell, the offensive rebound, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Let's remember, in Marc Gasol, we have got a guy who has worked hard on both his body and his game. We are talking about a former Defensive Player of the Year here.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Powell, no one around him. And again, Toronto no up. The Cavaliers trailing. Sexton deciding where to go with it. To end the run. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs, Greg, after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
First one falls for him.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season, allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Nance is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Nance down low. Siakam's there. The shot's good from Nance. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Johnson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. No good that time. Good D by Drummond. Cleveland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Sexton's shot is good.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
And so here's Toronto, trailing by 2. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Painful to watch, guys. You can see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought, Greg, they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Siakam with it. 9 points last game. And Siakam throws it down.
How about the athleticism of Pascal Siakam? So tough to corral when he's going on the dribble drive.
Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely. Now, here's Drummond. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. And it's Osman missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Cavaliers leading. Garland with the bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Johnson. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Norman Powell. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Ante Zizic is checked in for Drummond. Porter comes in for Cedi Osman. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Jetty than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
Here's Exum, following the score by Serge Ibaka. Exum passes to Zizic. Kicks it to Dellavedova. 5 on the clock. A three-pointer, no good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Feeds it to Nance. It's stolen by Nance. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. using that shot fake so effectively to get the defense off their feet. You know what I love about Larry Nance Jr.? This guy came into the league as a tremendous athlete, but his skill set just keeps improving. The passing, the shooting, I love it.
No good on that one. And a quality defender. Larry Nance doesn't need, Doris, the ball to impact the game.
No doubt, Kevin, because he's willing to rebound the ball out of his area. He's willing to be a high motor guy on the defensive end. His activity is always a big lift to this team.
And he sinks the second.
What you respect about Larry Nance Jr. is his work ethic. This guy wants to keep getting better. He adds more and more elements to his game. He is such a fun player to watch.
Now here's Van Vliet. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He feeds it to Ibaka. Nance with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Van Vliet. No good with the layup.
I'll tell you, they're trying to cut into this lead, but he has not hit one this period.
And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Andre Drummond.
You know, it just looking back at things, I'd be hard-pressed to find a more complete stretch of games by anyone in the league. He was getting it done and stuffing the stat sheet night in and night out on both ends of the floor. Truly a dominant run.
I love to see Serge Ibaka when he's locked in on the defensive end. Boy, he'll make you think twice as an offensive player.
Wallace Jefferson can't hit.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Van Vliet. They get it back. Ibaka outside. Here's McCall. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Shot clock at 3. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. There's Wallace Jefferson. And at last, they get one to fall.
Well, how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The kick out to Porter. Shoots. Cleveland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Another shot, and Nance puts it in. Nance has got 5 points so far.
Don't you love guys who are willing to do the dirty work? Larry Nance's activity making him a factor on the rebounding aspect.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .23 seconds left in the first. Pass to Ibaka.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Here's Exum. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Six seconds left in the first quarter. Right back after this break. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. We've got Larry Nance. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Exum. Then it's Porter. And it's Zizic in at the 5. Outside, Porter. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now Van Vliet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Six on the shot clock. Down low. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Well, there's incredible height and reach and length and touch from the inside when we're talking about Serge Ibaka. Well, think about it, guys. For years, the Raptors had been unable to translate all of that regular season success to dominance in the playoffs. But last season, they changed that narrative. Now it's, excuse me, we are the defending champion Toronto Raptors.
Nance, and Nance slams it in.
You have to do more than that against Larry Nance Jr. This guy is no stranger to physical contact.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Now here's Van Vliet. Defended by Dellavedova. Stolen by Exum. Here's Porter. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And that focus on playoff results, Doris, something that Toronto embraced, wouldn't you say?
Oh, my goodness, no doubt. We saw it in their methodical approach to the regular season. They were selective with their rest for Kawhi Leonard. They stayed patient. They built chemistry. And it turned into results, the ultimate results in June.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Exum passes to Nance. Over Ibaka. The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got 9.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Van Vliet looking around. Now the pass to Ibaka. 5 to shoot. It's deflected. Tries again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Thursday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets.
And you know, for that Hornets matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Porter passes to Dellavedova. Back to Porter. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Love's checked in for Ante Zizic. And it's Colin Sexton in for Matthew Dellavedova. The Cavaliers leading by 9. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." And Kevin, that's what made him from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. It can be. David, thank you. That free throw good from Nance. Doris, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, 2 guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They are thrilling. I would agree. Siakam, right side. And it's Osman with the rebound. Osman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Sexton. Garland's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. And here is Powell. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Checking out the numbers for Pascal Siakam, the past month has been surreal. He's averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Garland, no good. Raptors trail by 12. Siakam outside. Powell with it. Back to Siakam. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Sexton. Garland. Rebound by the Raptors. Gasol's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
We have seen Pascal Siakam's confidence improve dramatically. This guy is becoming a problem as a scorer.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam got better in every statistical category.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Nance. And the second free throw, good. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. To the middle, here's McCaw, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Now, here's Garland. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Sexton dishes to Drummond. Inside. Here's Love. Gasol with the rebound.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Here's Siakam. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room, and they pick up 2. Garland's got 6.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
Now here's Gasol. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Put it on the deck, get by the defender. Norman Powell on the dribble drive. Okay, I see you.
Garland kicks to Osman. Love up top. 20 feet out. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's McCall. Here's Boucher. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
He hits the second from the line. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev? What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Garland, the pass to Love. And here is Garland. And Sexton has it in the corner. Love at the elbow. The 15-footer, good. Love's got 6.
Kevin Love specializes in finding the open space on the floor, pays off with a nice catch and shoot.
Raptors trail by 10. Here's McCall. Passes to Powell. Here's Gasol. The 3. The rebound by Kevin Love.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Poked away. Pass to Sexton. Powell with the steal. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Pascal Siakam, the efficiency, the willingness to go ahead and pile up some points. Nicely done here.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely.
And what's amazing is how quickly a rebuild can be thrust upon you. Think of the Cavaliers. 3 straight finals, then they lose Kyrie, then they lose LeBron. And there simply is no replacing that kind of star power.
The first one falls. And for the Cavs, Doris, at least they got some value out of the Kyrie trade. Colin Sexton was just excellent the second half of the year.
And Kevin, you are so right. The value is the key. With all the player movement in the league right now, you can't count on someone being with you for X amount of years. So especially in a rebuild, you simply got to try to accumulate assets.
Now here's Powell. Sexton grabs the board.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Osman, the pass to Love. Up again, and Drummond is right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Powell inside. Defended by Sexton. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Marc Gasol in the catch-and-shoot game. Okay, we see you, Mark.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Powell with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. That one's good. Just his third make brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Now Garland. He's got 8. Love looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Here's Drummond. Some solid defense from Gasol.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Toronto shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And I'll tell you guys, the leap that Pascal Siakam has taken has really been fun to watch. From role player to emerging star, and guys, he's not done growing yet.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Powell. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Patrick McCaw. Now here's Porter. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Over to the left wing. Here's Drummond, and he converts the layup. Drummond's got 6.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
VanVleet kicks to Ibaka. Now here's VanVleet. Defense is right there. It's Gasol missing. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Exum dishes to Garland. Ibaka with some nice D. Raptors trail by 6. Here's Siakam. The shot comes out. Well, Cleveland shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Porter. No good off the back of the rim.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period. I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers lead by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was a heated battle, and they were only outscored by 1, ending the half with a 4-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Really good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. They got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Toronto right now, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Norman Powell is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness great. His toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Toronto with the ball. 4-point game. And here is Powell. He kicks it to Johnson. Top of the key, Siakam. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. Can't hit that one. And Cleveland the other way now.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
The Raptors shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. No good that time.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Rebound, Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Here's Garland. Offensive rebound. Osman, the pass to Drummond. Over Johnson. And another miss by Cleveland. And so VanVleet will bring it up for Toronto. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
For Cleveland, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. The feed to Drummond. Love trying to break loose. And it's Drummond missing.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love, Greg, is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And Drummond throws it down.
Well, a nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now here's VanVleet, guarded closely. Left side Gasol. Over Drummond, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Marc Gasol has such pretty touch on the offensive end. Nice shot.
Now here's Garland, covered by VanVleet. Pass to Love. Shoots the 3, but they recover it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Siakam. And stolen by Love. And it's Drummond missing.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And here is Garland. Following the 3-pointer by Siakam. And the pass to Garland. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Gasol with the steal. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Boucher is checked in, and OG Anunoby subbed in for Stanley Johnson.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Dellavedova with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. To the wing right side. Here's Sexton. No good again that time.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Andre Drummond. 3rd in rebounding, 5th in field goal percentage, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want to corral it. And it's Osman missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Raptors leading by 7. Now here's Van Vliet. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Shot clock at 2. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a 3. He might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building 3. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
And he can't get the first one. McCaw, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And he sinks the second. Here's Siakam. He has 30, and it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Got it. Good job in the low post. Siakam's got 32 points in the game.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Pass to Sexton. Nance against Siakam. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut back down to 6 after the bucket from Larry Nance.
Guys, how about the aggressiveness from Nance Jr.? Boy, he's really rolling on the offensive end.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now here is Dellavedova. Over to the wing. The open look here for Sexton. Off target from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Anunoby. Offensive rebound. Boucher off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Sexton.
Well, if you've got the speed of Colin Sexton, put the ball on the deck and make sure you make good use of it.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Now, here's Siakam. He's got 34.
Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. And if you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Patrick McCall. Cleveland also making some changes. Ante Zizic has checked in for Drummond. Porter comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Dante Exum in for Sexton. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Zizic. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an asset in transition. Doris defensively, he is something special.
There is no doubt at 6'9", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Siakam's combination of length and mobility, tailor-made for the modern NBA.
Here's Anunoby. The Cavaliers making the shot. 5 to shoot. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Boy, how do you match up with OG Anunoby's length and athleticism? This guy is going to be able to get shots off because of both of those.
Now here is Dellavedova. Pass to Nance. Left side, Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Cavaliers have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. The first free throw is good.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
Now Exum following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam. And Ibaka's shooting ability, Doris, had enabled him to play some power forward, but his mobility was being tested.
Correct, because at Ibaka's size, it's tough to ask him to chase smaller guys around the perimeter. He is much better suited playing inside and protecting the rim. I think you saw that last season.
Good work there as it goes. Ibaka's got 6.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Exum. Here's Zizic, covered by Siakam. No good from Zizic. Toronto leading by 7. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. That one good for 2. Siakam's got 17 now, just in the second half.
So fast to get out in transition. Pascal Siakam dangerous in the open floor.
And there's the pass to Exum. Porter with it, covered by Siakam. Cleveland moving it around. Nance passes to Dellavedova. It's stolen by Ibaka. Fast break Toronto. Here's Siakam. Finished off the break. Siakam's got 40 points.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Zizic. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game over Ibaka. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for the Raptors. And Cleveland with a change here too. Garland's checked in. Got that bucket in no time at all. Johnson's got the lead up to 14 now for Toronto.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now here's Porter. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
And Siakam throws it down.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Garland the pass to Nance. Now, here's Garland. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Toronto, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. Love's checked in for Porter.
For years, guys, obviously we thought about the Cavaliers as one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. Last year, obviously a very different story. They had a couple of shooters, but they lacked the kind of stars that could draw the defenses away.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Exum.
I think Dante Exum has got to concentrate on becoming a better shooter. He's got a ton of raw talent, and the upside is tremendous, Kevin.
Exum hits them both. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Van Vliet. He's tightly guarded. Count that one. Van Vliet's got his first bucket of the night.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Here's Garland. 10 points for him. Zizic passes to Garland. Bucket is good. Garland's got 12.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Passes it to Siakam. Lets it go with a 3. It's off.
You have to like that defensive effort. Dante Exum using his size to throw these shooters off.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for Toronto. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already got a double-double. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Exum is out there with Garland. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Zizic in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now here's Love. Shoots from the elbow, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, there's the mid-range game of Kevin Love. On point, boy. You give him a little daylight, he's going to make that shot.
Siakam. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Dante Exum. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
That one a little long.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Got that one up quick.
Well, if you've got speed, use it. Dante Exum carves up the defense on the way to the cup.
Now Van Vliet. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you have to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success in the paint earlier, but they're finally getting it done down low.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Gasol comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Powell in for Pascal Siakam. Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Zizic. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And here is Van Vliet. Stolen by Garland. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. That cuts the lead to single digits.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Here's Van Vliet. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Van Vliet with it. Garland picks him up. Left side Gasol. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Zizic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Colin Sexton has got blinding speed, so when he puts the ball on the deck, the defense is going to be in a bind. Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
Now here's Gasol over Drummond, and again Toronto no luck. Garland with it, down low. Fader on the way. Love no luck. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. He's off on the second. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Sexton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you love the fearless nature of Colin Sexton. Forces the issue, gets himself to the free throw line.
Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Here's Osman. Drops in the layup for 2.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Toronto with the ball. The Cavaliers making the shot. To the inside. Powell kicks to Ibaka. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Raptors lead by 7.
And you can see they're waking up after what was a sluggish first half for them offensively. They've been much more accurate from the field since halftime.
Now, here's Garland. Sexton the pass to Osman. Love outside. Over Ibaka. They get it again. Drummond. Here's Osman. No good on the triple.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Shot from 12. Some solid defense from Johnson.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
And yes, it's good.
Well, this guy's very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
Now, here's Garland. Pass to Sexton. Now Love. Guarded by Powell. The 8-footer. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 18 rebounds.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And the Raptors call time here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
It's Gasol missing. The Cavaliers trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Love gets it to go.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Powell, the pass to Johnson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Raptors lead by 7.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's Garland. Pass to Sexton. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. On the wing, Johnson puts up a 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Osman's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the wing on the left. The pass to Love. Over Ibaka. Love, no good. Raptors leading by 7. The 3 from Johnson. Another miss by Johnson. For Cleveland, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. To the middle. Here's Love. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Ibaka. The Raptors shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this offense. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Now Garland. To the paint. Here's Sexton. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Here's Johnson. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Nance is checked in. To the middle. Here's Van Vliet. And the layup's good off the glass.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Garland, the pass to Osman. Here's Nance. Back to Osman. Nance against Siakam. Here's Garland. And another miss by Cleveland. Toronto's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. To end the drought. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Van Vliet. He's off on that one, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Passes it to Sexton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
You know, it's easy to say, but this is one guy you don't want to foul. Colin Sexton is an excellent free throw shooter.
That free throw, no good.
I think it's hard not to be excited about Colin Sexton's future. This is a young guard with tremendous upside, and you know he's already got athleticism and scoring ability.
Got a piece of it. There's Garland, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. They lead by 11. Cavaliers with the rebound. From 7. And he can't bank that one in. Raptors leading by 11. Powell with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Outside Gasol. Pass to Van Vliet. Shoots. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Osman's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson in the corner. The tray. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. The Cavaliers trail by 14. And here is Garland. Off target at the rim. And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 17-7 run. Johnson surveying the floor. Goes up again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, this guy is just a load on the interior. Marc Gasol uses his size. He uses his angles to get where he wants to go.
And the first one drops. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
So he gets them both. Here's Garland. Pass to Sexton. And here's Nance. Guarded by Powell. Takes it from 10. Here's Drummond. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
And really an alert play on the glass there to get that second chance opportunity. He's having one of those games that we've really grown accustomed to seeing him put forth.
And he's back-to-back games like this. He is on a tear, competing with every ounce of energy he's got.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key. for the win.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Pascal Siakam.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Johnson outside. There's the pass to Powell. 5 on the clock. Shoots from 14. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First one falls for him. Some changes for Toronto. Mendez checked in for Gasol. Davis comes in for Johnson. And Thomas subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Siakam hits them both. There's 31 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Right wing. Windler, the pass to McKinney. Passes it to Wade. Over Siakam. They get the rebound. Windler up and in from the low block.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Siakam with it. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Mark, how do you break down what went well for your team in winning this game tonight?
Just a good all-around night. We believe that in the 4th quarter, I think we did a good job of, staying in the game. We just believe. On to the next one.
Yeah, this is a veteran team, and you guys showed your experience down the stretch. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.